Welcome to all the mini enthusiasts. Welcome to part 2 of putting these S-Pack arches in. What I did last night was I downloaded from Mini-Spares. They do a template that you can work out this with, and I checked it against this one. It basically comes in different sheets, so you can actually sellotape it together and get the line you want. But what I've done is I've done it to this strengthener, which is what you really need. What you can do obviously is once you cut this out, if you cut this out nice and reasonably straight, you could reuse this as the stiffener for the pit part that you take out and lift it up. But I mean, obviously this is a purpose-made stiffener which is a lot stronger, and I would probably go with that. I mean, that's a cheaper way to do it, but you know, I would make it one piece so it's solid right the way across there. You can see the front has already had it. They already had S-Packs on this, and not original ones, but the fiberglass ones. And so I've used this as the line because I want to be able to use this and push it back up in afterwards and re-weld it and make a nice edge, and then lead load this so that it's got so the rain runs off it. So I have pre-cut here where there's a double edge, and I've pre-cut there on that double edge there and a little bit there, which is probably a smart thing to do because you don't want to be, the jigsaw's only good for just the gauge metal you've got. Anyway, so I'll give it a go and we'll see how she goes. So as I say, the other thing I did was as well, is if you can see there, I've actually undone that screw and put it on an angle so that when it sits in, it's sitting against the body and against this lip, and the blade should be deep enough to go in still. I checked it already, so anyway, here we go. Always better to let the jigsaw stop, because if you try and pull it out, you'll jam the jaw on it. So it's not a good idea to try and take it out afterwards. So let's get this back in. See, I'm over the top of this piece, which is a bit of a sod. It probably would have been better to actually get that out, but anyway. It's a little bit tight there, so I'm going to use the grinder just to cut that last one off. Okay, I can clean that up later. So there's the two pieces, and as I say, you could put that back inside like that, but because this is already pre-shaped, up in here it should fit. Please, it's a moment of truth, it should fit perfectly. Yeah. So that has to go up inside there. I need to cut this edge now, but that'll fit perfectly inside that. Obviously inside that. And now what I can do is weld it once all the panels are in place. So it works. That A panel needs to be a bit careful with the jigsaw. I would definitely cut this piece up. This is only clamped in place at the moment, but it works. Needs an edge cleaning now. So I'll pick the camera up and I'll show you. So you can see I've put that in. I've actually done the returned edge on it, and I did it with the tool, which I'll show you tomorrow. I'm going to recrimp it again. The line up there is quite nice. It fits well. It fits very well. I'll try and get out that light, sorry. You can, no. Yes, I was going to, you can see there that the fit is excellent all the way along. And what I will do is I'll lead load this piece here. All this piece here, I'll lead load. And that there, because I really don't like them. I think they look bloody awful. And they're a rain catch as well. As you can see, it's a very, very nice fit. If I can turn this while holding the camera, if I can turn this light round. Oh, look at that. Yes, I can. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, the front's on. That's better now. You can see it's a really nice line. What I did was I went round and I beat all the edges and got them nice and square, so they were easy to clamp, and obviously I'll weld them from inside. I've had to take the jig off, as you can see, because obviously I needed these to be able to put these bolts in. And what I did find was I put the subframe in without these initially, and it's loose because without that rubber in it, it won't pull it high enough. What happens is this stud will bottom out, so you have to have this special aluminium spacer in here to take up the distance from this, otherwise you can't bring it up fully. So if you don't use this special washer on top, and you can't just leave this out, it'll be loose. There'll be a gap there in between it, and this is pinched now tightly in between it. But what happens is the bolt, the bottom of the bolt, where the shaft is, will bottom out and it won't be tight. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at. One of the other things I did do is, as I said, with this thing with mini spares, you just download this stuff off the web, and basically just cut it out. And I've actually used this one here, so you can imagine this one has been cut out. So you can see, for instance, that's where the line is now, and you can see that's right on the money there, and that's where one of the holes should be for the studs on those arches. Now I don't know whether that's the injected molded ones, the original ones, which are about 100 and I don't know, nearly up to a couple hundred a piece. I think you can buy the whole set of 4 of these fiberglass, which are obviously cheap copies. But the original ones are very expensive, beautifully made, and they last for a long time. But the studs come as part of the when you put them into the wheel arch, the nut is embedded into the fiberglass, into the plastic, injected molded plastic, and if they break or they get rusted, then you're buggered. So, as I say, this thing works. But what I would do is when you're putting these dots on for the bolts to go through, these here, for them to go through, is just double check. You know, don't drill that. Put marks on it. Put the arch up, and then just see. So I'll be on again tomorrow, part 3, and put the arch on. Okay, so take care and bye for now. Bye.